Bars 40. Yeah, young, which is one. La Yasha'ala, which means to Israel. Bars 40. It sounds like it was coming from the camera. Sorry, as long as we got set.
Hold on, let me just make sure. I don't want to echo.
Everybody's in the room, so put the akadum, which means stand, turn and face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw. Shabbat
Bashamayim. Shemka. Yahweh. Lakaka. Baba. Azaka. Aya. Asha. Barataza. Awa. Aya. Bashamayim.
Kalima, Wasalachno, Kowakno, Kasalachno, Kowakno, Wala'a, Abiyano. I want to say one, Ball, Hawashinu, Mayun, Ra, Kaya, Maka, Kumalakwa, Waha'ala, Wasapara, Lawalumbi, Amun, the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Prayer for the power structure in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Why Mayakah? Why Allahai? Matazabia Allah Wakihan. Ha Alawapi. Ha Surani. Ha Kotazayanyu. Ha Khayali. Wa Wati. Yahweh. By Hashem Yahweh Shai. Wada Ahmad. English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yahan. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. Prayer for the prophesied curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth. And all things living. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Listen to us now. Right now. Send evils and curses. Punishment and destruction. To the heathen. To speak against us. Thy prophets. The teachers. The princes. The priests. The Israelite brothers. And the school. Send evils and curses. Punishment and destruction. To the heathen. And shake loose. The treasure of the rich of Israel. They refuse to give to the school. Force their riches. To enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses. Punishment and destruction. To the Edomites. The nations. Their drug dealers. The court system. The prison system. Planned Parenthood. All the governments of our enemies. Amalek synagogues and armies. The Roman Catholic Church. The Pope. Islam. Christianity. Egyptology. Militia. Ku Klux Klan. Aryan Nation. Skinheads. Posse Comitatus. The gay movement. The lesbian movement. Spies. Workers of witchcraft. NASA space program. The Army. Navy. Air Force. Marine. Wall Street. Open up the internet. The airwaves. Cable access channel. The radio channel. To convict the spirit of any of thy people. That seek to stop us. And bring swift destruction. To all the heathen. That stand in the way. Try to stop us. Broadcasting your word. Throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro. Through the earth. And consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief, and the murderer. Let Yahushua, Michael and Gabriel, come down with the flying saucers, and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you always. So be it. Sorry, face the front. And Yeshabim, which means be seated. Oh, we're back here. Rocking it out through Leviticus. We're up to Leviticus chapter 15. In the Sabbath service, of course, we progressively go through 49 verses every week, break it down in the Hebrew and then the English. And we titled this class, Unclean is Not Equal Sinful. I think that's what I titled. Because we're going to go through laws of uncleanness, particularly with regards to sexual activities or women on their time of the month. And, you know, we were mostly raised in Christian church, and there's this association, especially if you're raised in like a strict Christian church or like Catholic church, that they put with sex and like shame, and they make children grow up thinking that it's a shameful thing, and that's why they're traumatized when they grow up trying to figure out how to navigate the world. But there's nothing shameful about any of these things, and that's not what unclean means. And that's not what separating yourself means. So we're going to go through all that. But we're going to pick it up in the Hebrew first with Leviticus chapter 15 and verse 7. Wahanagai, Babashar, Hazab, Yakabas, Begadua, Barakataza, Bamayum, Watama, Aid, Ha'ira, verse 8, Wakaya, Yarat, Hazab, Batawar, Wakabas, Begadua, Barakataza, Bamayum, Watama, Aid, Ha'ira, verse 9, Wakal, Hamarkab, Ashar, Yarkab, Aliwa, Hazab, Yatamah, verse 10, we'll call Hanagai, we'll call Ashar, Yahaya, Lachathua, Yatamah, Aid Ha'irab, Wahanosha, Awasum, Yakabas, Begadua, Warkatza, Bamayum, Yatamah, Aid Ha'irab, verse 11, we'll call Ashar, Yagai, Bawa, Hazab, Wayadua, La'ah, Shatat, Bamayum, Wakabas, Begadua, Warkatza, Bamayum, Watama, Aid Ha'irab, verse 12, Wakalia, Karatza, Salaki Harash, Ashar, Yagai, Bawa, Hazab, Yeshabar, we'll call Kalia, Aitazah, Yashatat, Bamayum, and back to the English from verse 7. And he that toucheth the flesh of him that hath the issue shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean to the even. And shout out to everybody joining us in the chat. Shout out to Antisocial, Just Starting Paint, Captain Zakar. Shalom to everybody. We were picking up where we left off last week, which was talking about a man with a running issue out of his flesh, which is pus or blood coming out of your penis. This is like an infection. And so in this case, anything he sits on is unclean. And we're going to pick it up in verse 7. He that toucheth the flesh of him that hath the issue shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the even. And if he that hath the issue spit upon him that is clean, then he shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the even. And what saddle soever he rideth upon that hath the issue shall be unclean. And whosoever toucheth anything that was under him shall be unclean until the even. And he that beareth any of those things shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the even. And whomsoever he toucheth that hath the issue and hath not rinsed his hands in water, he shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the even. And the vessel of earth that he toucheth, which hath the issue, shall be broken, and every vessel of wood shall be rinsed in water. So that's how, again, when General Muhammad breaks these down as like our quarantine laws, that's the thing that makes it the most vivid, because that's what this is. That's why you if he touches a vessel of earth, which is like a clay pot, you got to break the whole thing. But if it's a wooden vessel, it can be rinsed in water. Anything he sits on is unclean, because we want to make sure that whatever infection that he has that's causing, something to emanate from him that's not supposed to doesn't spread. It's that simple. So back to the Hebrew from verse 13. Wakaya Yatahar Hazab Mazawabwa Wasapar Lawa Shabaith Yum Yum Latarathwa Wakabas Bagajua Warakatza Basharwa Bamayum Hayum Watahar, verse 14. I just started this set.
Oh, you went from 7 to 13. That's
I went 7 to 12. I might have.
Oh yeah, you're supposed to do 13 up to 13.
Oh yeah, that was my fault. I'll just go 8 on this one. Verse 14. Wabayawum Hashamayanya Yakwakawa Shathya Daryum Awa Shanya Bunya Yauna Wabal Apunya Hawa Al Pathach Ahal Wa'id Wanathanum Al Hakahan, verse 15. Aisha Athum Hakahan Achad Khatath Wahachad Ayla Wakapar Aliwa Hakahan Lapunya Hawa Mazwabwa, verse 16. Wayash Kaya Datza Mamunwa Shakabath Zerai Warchatza Bamayum Athkal Basharwa Watama Aid Ha'ira, verse 17. Wakal Bagad Wakal Iwar Bashar Yahaya Aliwa Shakabath Zerai Wakabas Amayum Watama Aid Ha'ira, verse 18. Washa Ashar Yashakab Ayash Shatha Shagabath Zerai Rokatzawa Amayum Watamawa Aid Ha'ira, verse 19. Washa Kaya Thahaya Zabah Dam Yahaya Zabah Babashura Shabaith Yum Yum Dahaya Banadatha Wakal Hanagai Bayab Tama Ida Irab, verse 20. Wakal Ashar the Shakab Aliwa Banadatha Yatama Wakal Ashar the Shab Aliwa Yatama. And back to the English from 13. And when he that hath an issue is cleansed of his issue, then he shall number to himself 7 days for his cleansing, and wash his clothes, and bathe his flesh in running water, and shall be clean. So this man just had an infection, and he had to stay, set apart for these 7 days. What happened when we had COVID running? The white man was whining to the high hills that he had to do anything differently at all to stop from killing his grandmother with COVID. The white man didn't refuse to do anything. They didn't want to stay home. They didn't want to put a mask on ever, anywhere, because they're people that have no consideration for anybody else. They didn't care who in their family had, lung issues, immune system issues. They all they cared about was like a little 5-year-old that they couldn't do something they wanted to do. Baba, good shot.
Oh, you can't forget about it. It was big in the Jewish community when they refused and they fought the police. You know what I'm saying? They fought the police. You know what I mean? They literally had a physical fight with the police because they didn't want to wear the mask. Salaki.
They was having whole weddings out here in Brooklyn. While all of New York was on complete lockdown and restrictions, they was shaking the room with parties. You see 1,000 of these Hasidic cats, all in top hats, jumping up and down like this in a room the size of a McDonald's. Because they don't have any consideration. But meanwhile, this is what's actually in the Torah. When you have an infection.
Right.
But those are the people with the law.
Right.
Verse 14, and on the 8th day, he shall take to him 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons and come before the Lord unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation and give them unto the priest. And the priest shall offer them, the one for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for him before the Lord for his issue. Verse 16, and if any man's seed of copulation go out from him, then he shall wash all his flesh in the water and be unclean until the evening. And this is where we start to get into the title, because this is just, you had sex, you busted, you gotta wash. Listen, if you did it, you don't have to wash. You're not unclean. If you did, you unclean. You gotta wash in water and be unclean until the evening. And there's nothing wrong with that. Right? Like that, it's a holy thing for a man and his wife to come together. Right. This doesn't apply to any of the unholy things that's going on in Greenwich Village right now. But this is a holy thing between a man and his wife.
Right.
So there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, this is cleanliness. Right. The white man sees this and teaches shame because the white man doesn't know cleanliness. Right. So this is a shock to his system. Right. But we see this, and you just don't walk out the house and start dapping brothers up while you covered in your own. Look, y'all understand. Verse 17, and every garment and every skin whereon is the seed of copulation shall be washed with water and be unclean till the evening. And that's simple, because you should. What you want to do? Listen. This is real life. All right, sex is messy. You go in there, you might come out with anything anywhere. Throw it in the wash, throw yourself in the shower, come out, put on some new clothes before you go out and mingle with people. Wash the sheets, please. Wash the sheets. Don't lay back down in that same spot.
Right.
Come on. This is simple. All right. Of course, but the white man's a caveman. Baba Gashah.
Good.
Salaki, if I could, we're dealing with the people who, if you mention a washcloth, it's like that you said 5 heads today. You know what I'm saying? These are the same people up in Europe. We had to teach them how to bathe. You know what I'm saying? To this day. Salaki.
They made a video and posted this joint online, a scientific explanation of why you don't need to wash your legs in the shower. Those are the people that we deal with. You can't, yeah. They did a whole scientific breakdown. Well, if you just let the water run down to your legs, it gets your legs just as clean as if you wash your legs with a washcloth.
I don't understand.
That's the science that some of you niggas want to put over the word of God. This is simple. This is clean. Just be clean. Just be clean. This is not even stuff that we should have to teach, but black people are clean and Hispanics are clean, but some of y'all forget it when it comes to sex. Some of y'all are just freaky. And y'all just want to get freaky and then just walk out the house like a glazed donut and then just go back to chilling with the brothers. Some of y'all are just freaky. That's all right. But just be clean with it. Just be freaky in your bedroom and be clean in the streets. That's it. Verse 18. I'm gonna get some phone calls after this. Verse 18, the woman also with whom man shall lie with seed of copulation, they shall both bathe themselves. Y'all making me laugh now. They shall both bathe themselves in water and be unclean until the evening. So also your woman, again, if you finish, your woman bathe herself in water, change her clothes, and that's it. Y'all both unclean till the sun goes down, y'all clean. That's it. Verse 19. And if a woman have an issue, and her issue in her flesh be blood, she shall be put apart 7 days, and whosoever toucheth her shall be unclean until the even. And now we're going to jump back to the Hebrew, but now we're getting into a woman on her monthly, and we're also going to break down. This is still not shameful, because some of y'all read this and you want to lock your woman up in an outhouse in the backyard for a week, and that's not what this is saying. Man, y'all be watching too much weird shows on TV. We're going back to the Hebrew. Verse 20. We'll call it Shah Dashkab Aliwa Banadatha. Oh, Salah. Verse 21. We'll call Hanagai Bamashak Kabah Yakabas Bagadua or Khataza Bamayum Watsama Id Ha'irab, verse 22. And there's a lot of phrases that you're gonna hear over and over as we go through this. That Id Ha'irab is until the evening. As we always stress, come to the Hebrew class on Friday and put it in practice and recognize these things on Saturday morning in the Sabbath service. Verse 22, we'll call on the guy, Bakal Kalia, Asharth, Ashab, Aliwa, Yakabash, Bagadua, or Khatza, Bamayum, Watama, Id Ha'irab, verse 23, Wa'am, Al Hamashakab, Hawa'ah, Awa, Al Hakalia, Ashar, Hawa'ah, Yashabath, Aliwa, Badagaiwa, Bawa, Yatama, Ahid Ha'irab, verse 24, Wa'am, Shakab, Yashakab, Ayashatha, Wathaya, Nadatha, Aliwa, Watama, Shabaith, Yum, Wakal, Hamashakab, Ashar, Yashakab, Aliwa, Yatama, verse 25, Washa Kaya, Yazuab, Zuwab Dama, Yum, Rabium, Bala, Aith, Nadatha, Wa Kaya, Yazawab, Al Nadatha, Kal Yumya, Zawab, Tamatha, Kayumya, Nadatha, Thahaya, Tama'ah, Hawa, verse 26, Kal Hamashakab, Ashar, Dashkab, Aliwa, Kal Yumya, Zorba, Kamashakab, Nadatha, Yahaya, La, Wakal, Hakalia, Ashar, the Shab Aliwa, Tama, Yahaya, Katamath, Aditha, verse 27, Wakal, Hanawagai, Bam Yatama, Wa Kabas, Bagadua, or Khatza, Bamayum, Watama, Id Ha'irab, and back to the English, verse 20. And everything that she lieth upon in her separation shall be unclean. Everything also that she sitteth upon shall be unclean. And whosoever toucheth her bed shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the evening. And whosoever toucheth anything that she set upon shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the evening. And look, the basic meaning of all this is just, while she's unclean, don't touch her, hug her, all that, if you're going to be around the brothers. If you're going to come to school, come to class. If you're not, give your woman a hug. Yeah? If you're not, cuddle up and watch a Netflix movie.
Right.
It's fine if you're not going nowhere. You can be unclean because again, unclean is not sinful. Unclean is not shameful. Unclean is not you didn't do something wrong. Because if that was the case, sex would be wrong. But as the scriptures always say, the marriage bed is undefiled. It's a beautiful thing what a man does with his wife.
Right.
So if you're not, this is when you're coming around the congregation. If you're not, hug your woman. Sleep and cuddle with your woman. Do whatever you do with her. That's fine. You ain't got to treat her like she's some type of pariah, like she's a leper. Like you got to, and for sure, because I know they do this in parts of the world. They be putting them in little outhouses and locking them up for the week. And that's what some of y'all brothers read this and want to do. And that's crazy. Love your woman. Just love your woman. She's just unclean for this time period. Don't have sex with her. Don't touch her if you're going to be around the congregation. That's all. But you was about to say something?
No, sir. Wow.
Verse 20, and everything that she lied for. Oh, we covered that.
On verse 22.
Verse 22, and whosoever toucheth anything that she set upon shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the evening. And if it be on her bed or on anything whereon she sitteth, when he toucheth it, he shall be unclean until the evening. And if any man lie with her at all, and now we get into something that you're not supposed to do. And if any man lie with her at all, and her flowers be upon him, he shall be unclean 7 days, and all the bed whereon he lieth shall be unclean. She might be unclean longer than she is if you do this, man, because this is shameful. There's something. Now look, if you did it by accident, she might have just started her joint, whatever. That's one thing. But if you just can't help yourself, you just can't wait 7 days. You just could not wait. You have the impulse control of a wildebeest. There you go. Yeah. You niggas out there is running red lights, and we know it. We know you're doing it. Just don't come around the congregation of the Most High. That's all. Listen. If you did it, we forgive you. You're still our brother. Just don't come around the congregation of the Most High for 7 days. That's it. For 7 days, you can sit in the corner and think about what you did. Verse 25. And if a woman have an issue of her blood many days out of the time of her separation, or if it run beyond the time of her separation, because sometimes women have various issues that go longer, whatever. Scripture says, all the days of the issue of her uncleanness shall be as the days of her separation. She shall be unclean. So basically, it's on her to tell you when it's done, and then that's how you know when she's clean. That's all. It's not a set number of days because every woman's different. Every woman goes through different things. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Verse 26. Yeah, just don't dive in there until she's done. That's all. Just exercise some delayed gratification. They teach you that in kindergarten. Discipline. Just hold on to it for a few days. You'll be all right. You'll live. I promise. Verse 26. Every bed whereon she lieth all the days of her issue shall be unto her as the bed of her separation, and whatsoever she sitteth upon shall be unclean as the uncleanness of her separation. So that's still talking about if it goes longer than normal. Verse 27. And whosoever toucheth those things shall be unclean, and shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the evening. And that's it. It's that simple. Back to the Hebrew for verse 28. Wa'am tahara mazubah wasapara la shabaith yum wa'achar tatahar. Verse 29. Wabayawam hashamanya the Kwak La Shafya Darium Awa Shanya Bunya Yawana Wahabia Al-Thum Ala-Kahan Al-Pathach Ahal Mo'ai. Verse 30. Wa Aisha Kahan Athachad Khatat Wa Athachad Ayla wa Kapar, Aliyah, Hakahan, Lapunya Hawa, Mazuwab, Tamatha, verse 31, Wazar Thumb, As Bunya Sha'ala, Matamathum, Wala'ah, Yamathwa, Matamathum, Batamam, Ath, Mashakunya, Ashar, Bathwakum, verse 32, Za'ath, Darath, Hazab, Washar, Latazah, Mamunwa, Shakabath, Zerai, Latamah, Ba, verse 33, Wahadawa, Banadatha, Wahazab, Ath, Zawabwa, Lazakar, Walanakuba, Walayash, Ashar, Yashikab, Aim Tamah, 16 and verse 1, Waidabar Yahweh al Masha, Acharya Mawath, Shanya Bunya Haran, Makor Bathum, Lapunya Yahweh, Wayamathwa, verse 2, Wayamar Yahweh al Masha, Debar al Haran, Achika, Wa al Yabah, Bakalath al Hakodash, Mabayath, al Parkath, al Punya Hakaparath, Ashar al Haran, Wala'ai Yamawath, Kaya, Bainan, Ara, al Hakaparath. Back to the English. From 28, but if she be cleansed of her issue, then she shall number to herself 7 days, and after that she shall be clean. And on the 8th day she shall take unto her 2 turtles or 2 young pigeons, and bring them unto the priest to the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And the priest shall offer the one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering, and the priest shall make an atonement for her before the Lord for the issue of her uncleanness. Thus shall ye separate the children of Israel from their uncleanness, that they die not in their uncleanness, when they defile my tabernacle that is among them. This is the law of him that hath an issue, and of him whose seed goeth from him, and is defiled therewith, and of her that is sick of her flowers, and of him that hath an issue, of the man and of the woman, and of him that lieth with her that is unclean. So all those things were joined together. One of them is an infection. One is a beautiful thing. One is a natural process. To say that these are all the same type of uncleanness. It's not about sin. You know, uncleanness is not shameful. It's not something that you got to feel wrong about. It's just a matter of being clean and pure when you come before the Lord, when you come amongst the people. That's all. Chapter 16 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses after the death of the 2 sons of Aaron, when they offered before the Lord and died. When we covered that a few weeks ago, Nadab and Abihu went and thought that they could offer up whatever type of incense they wanted in the Lord's temple. They got struck down on the spot. And those were Aaron's 2 sons. So back here, verse 2, and the Lord said unto Moses, Salah. Back to the Hebrew from verse 2. Wayamar Yahweh al Masha, Debar al Haran, Achika wa al Yabah, Bakal al Ath Hakadash, Mabayath, Laparkath, al Punya Hakaparath, Ashar al Haran, Wal Yamawath, Kaya Ba'ainan, Ara, al Hakaparath. Verse 3, Baza'ath Yabah, Aharan, al Hakadash, Bapar, Bun Bakwar, Lakatath, Wa'aya, La'ayla, verse 4, Kathanath, Bad Kadash, Yalabash, Wamakanasya, Bad Yahayawa, Al Basharwa, Wabanat, Bad Yachagar, Wabamatazanah, Wabamataznapath, Bad Yataznah, Beganya Kodash, War Khadza, Bamayum Ath, Basharwa, or Basham, verse 5, Umaath, Aidath, Bunya Sha'ala, the Kwach, Shanya, Shayarya, Izium, Achatath, Wayal, Achad, La'ila, verse 6, Wakoria, Baharun, Athpar, Hakatath, Charlawa, Wakapar, Ba'idwa, Babai, Bayathwa, verse 7, Walakwak, Ath Shunya, Hashairam, Wa'imiad, Athum, Lapunya Hawa, Pathak, Ahal, Mo'id, Wanathan, Aharun, Al Shunya, Hashairam, Goralwath, Goral, Achad, La Yahweh, Goral, Achad, La Izazal. And back to the English, verse 2. And the Lord said unto Moses, Speak unto Aaron thy brother, that he come not at all times into the holy place within the veil before the mercy seat, which is upon the ark, that he die not, for I will appear in the cloud upon the mercy seat. Thus shall Aaron come into the holy place, with a young bullock for a sin offering, and a ram for a burnt offering. He shall put on the holy linen coat, and he shall have linen breeches upon his flesh, and shall be girded with a linen girdle, and with the linen mitre shall he be attired. These are holy garments. Therefore shall he wash his flesh in water, and so put them on. And he shall take of the congregation of the children of Israel 2 kids of the goats for a sin offering, and 1 ram for a burnt offering. And Aaron shall offer his bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself, and make an atonement for himself and for his house. And he shall take the 2 goats and present them before the Lord at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And Aaron shall cast lots upon the 2 goats, 1 lot for the Lord, and the other lot for the scapegoat. And back to the Hebrew, verse 9. Wakariyah, Baharun, Ashashayar, Ashar Ilah, Aliwa, Hakorol, La Yahweh, Wa Aishua, Hata'af, verse 10. Wa Haishiyar, Ashar Ilah, Aliwa, Hagarwal, Liza Zal, Ya'imad, Chaya, Lapunya Yahweh, Akapar, Aliwa, Aslach, Athwa, Liza Zal, Hamadar Bara, verse 11. Wakaria, Baharun, Athpar, Achatath, Asharlawa, Wakapar, Ba'idwa, Wabaid, Bayathwa, Washachat, Athpar, Hakatath, Asharlawa, verse 12. Walakwak, Mala'ah, Hamakatha, Lachalia, Ashma'al, Hamazabach, Walapunya Yahweh, Mala'ah, Kapunwa, Quadarath, Tumyum, Aqua, Wahabayah, Mabayath, Aparkaf, verse 13. Wanathan Af, Aquatarath, Al Ha'ash, Lapunya Yahweh, Makasa, Ainan, Aquatarath, Al Hakabarath, Ashar, Al Ha'aidawath, Wala'ah, Yamawath, verse 14. Walakwak, Madum, Apar, Wahazah, Batazabaiwa, Al Punya, Akaparath, Quadama, Walapunya, Akaparath, Yazah, Shabai, Ha'ayim, Manhadam, Tazabaywa, verse 15, Washakat, Ashayar, Akatath, Ashar La'aim, Wabaya, Ath Damwa, Almabayath, Maparakath, Aisha, Ath Damwa, Kashar, Aisha, Ladam Hapar, Wazah, Athwa al Hakaparath, Walapunya Hakaparath. Back to the English. Verse 7. And he shall take the 2 goats and present them before the Lord at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and Aaron shall cover that. Verse 9. And Aaron shall bring the goat upon which the Lord's lot fell and offer him for a sin offering. But the goat on which the lot fell to be the scapegoat shall be presented alive before the Lord to make an atonement with him and to let him go for a scapegoat into the wilderness. And Aaron shall bring the bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself, and shall make an atonement for himself and for his house, and shall kill the bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself. And he shall take a censer full of burning coals of fire from off the altar before the Lord, and his hands full of sweet incense beaten small, and bring it within the veil. So the same way that we light the incense today with the pieces of coal and the rocks, that's the same way they was lighting it in the ancient times. Verse 13, and he shall put the incense upon the fire before the Lord, and that the cloud of the incense may cover the mercy seat that is upon the testimony, that he die not. And he shall take of the blood of the bullock and sprinkle it with his finger upon the mercy seat eastward, and before the mercy seat shall he sprinkle of the blood with his finger 7 times. Then shall he kill the goat of the sin offering that is for the people, and bring his blood within the veil, and do with that blood as he did with the blood of the bullock, and sprinkle it upon the mercy seat and before the mercy seat. So I'm going to go back to the Hebrew for the last set, verse 16. Wakapar al-Qadash, Matmat ban Yasha'ala, Omapashai, Sha'ayim, Lakal Hata'ath, Salaki, Lakal Khatathum, Wakan Yaisha, Lahol, Mo'ad, Ashkun, Athum, Athwak, Tamathum, verse 17, Wakal Adam, La'a Yahaya, Bahol, Wa'ad, Wa'a, Baba'awa, Lakapar, Wakodash, Aid, Tazathwa, Wakapar, Ba'aidwa, Waba'id, Bayathwa, Waba'id, Kal, Kwahal, Yasha'ala, verse 18, Waetzah, Al, Mazabach, Bashar, Lapunya Hawa, Wakapar, Aliwa, Walakwak Madum, Hapar, Wamadum, Hashayar, Wanathan al Barunawath, Hamazabach, Sabiyab, verse 19, Wazah, Aliwa, Manhadum, Tazabaywa, Shabai, Pa'aimium, Wataharwa, Wakwadashwa, Watamath, Banya Sha'ala, verse 20, Wakala, Makapar, Ath Hakwadash, Wath Tahal Mo'aid, Wa'ath Hamazabach, Wa'Koryab, Ath Hashayar, Achaya, verse 21, Wasamak Aharon, Ath Shathya, Yadua, Al Rash, Hashayar, Achaya, Wath Wadah, Aliwa Athkal, Awunath, Banya Sha'alu, Wa'athkal, Bashayim, Lakal, Katathum, Wanathun, Athum, Al Ra'ash, Hashayar, Washalach Bayad, Ayash, Aifia, Hamad Barah, verse 22, Washah, Ashayar, Hollywood, Paul, I would Nathum, Alaratazah, Nazarah, Washalach, Ath, Ashayar, Hamad Bar, and back to the English. Verse 16, and he shall make an atonement for the holy place because of the uncleanness of the children of Israel, and because of their transgressions and all their sins. And so shall he do for the tabernacle of the congregation that remaineth among them in the midst of their uncleanness. And there shall be no man in the tabernacle of the congregation when he goeth in to make an atonement in the holy place, until he come out and have made an atonement for himself and for his household and for all the congregation of Israel. And he shall go out unto the altar that is before the Lord and make an atonement for it. And shall take the blood of the bullock and of the blood of the goat and put it upon the horns of the altar round about. And he shall sprinkle of the blood upon it with his finger 7 times and cleanse it and hallow it from the uncleanness of the children of Israel. And when he hath made an end of reconciling the holy place and the tabernacle of the congregation and the altar, he shall bring the live goat, and Aaron shall lay both his hands upon the head of the live goat and confess over him all the iniquities of the children of Israel and all their transgressions and all their sins, putting them upon the head of the goat, and shall send him away by the hand of a fit man into the wilderness. And the goat shall bear upon him all their iniquities unto a land not inhabited, and he shall let go the goat in the wilderness. And so this practice is where the term scapegoat comes from, because you're taking all of our sins from all the nation and putting it symbolically on this goat and sending him off into the wilderness. That's the scapegoat, and that's where we're going to end this week. I imagine him up here. Yun. Layash Ta'ala, which means to Israel. Or and Majim in the room, so putting out the dumb, which means stand, turn, face the east. We're gonna say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kurashaya, Shumka, Yahweh, Malakuka, Tabaa, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, the Thununawa, Lachom, Kaliwam, Wasalakunawa, Kawaknawa, Kasalaknawa, Kawaknawa, Wala'a, Tabayano, Banasawan, a ball, our Shanawa, Mayun, Ra, Kayum, Baka, Kamalakwa, Wa'ala, Wathapara, Wa'alumum, Almun, in English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven.
It is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
Forgive our debt.
As we forgive our debtors.
Forgive our debts.
And lead us not into temptation.
Lead us not in temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
Or deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
And thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it. Prayer for the power structure in the Hebrew. Barak atah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shai. Wa Mayakal. Wa Lahai. Matazab Yahweh Wak Yahan. Halawak. Hasran. Hakwasiyan. Hakayol. Wa Abwathi. Yahweh. Wa Hashem Yahweh Shai. Wa Ramun. In the English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you,
And Yahweh Shai. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yohanan. the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and assistants. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. Pray for the prophesied curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now. Right now. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathens that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen that shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel. They refuse to give to the school. Force their riches. To enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses. Punishment and destruction. To the Edomites. The nations. Their drug dealers. The court system. The prison system. Planned Parenthood. All the government's for enemies. Amalek synagogues and armies. The Roman Catholic Church. The Pope. Islam. Christianity. Egyptology. Militia. Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, posse comitatus, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street. Open up the internet, and the airwaves, the cable access channels, the radio channels, to convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way, or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh Shai, Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you always. So be it. Song face the front. That concludes the Sabbath service. We're going to pick it up next week in Leviticus 16 and where did we finish? 16 and 23. We're going to pick this up next week. Also, Tuesday night is the Day of Atonement. Tuesday at sundown is the Day of Atonement. Get to ISUPK school if you can for the service. Whether you can or not, make sure that you observe it, fast, do the right thing. Baba Shah.
Oh, it's 16 and you say 16 and 23, right?
Yeah, that's
All right.
with that. Give one courtesy salute, men of Israel. I'm Majum Shabbat. I'm Majum Barak. How about you? Yajim Tah. That concludes the Sabbath service.
All right. Once again, next week we're going to start on Leviticus chapter 16, verse 23. Chapter 16, verse 23. Shalom.